Hello and welcome to our webinar, Proficiency Testing Portal Training. My name is Jennifer Duhan and I am the Product Manager for Proficiency Testing, a part of the Life Science business of Merck KGaA, Darmstadt, Germany. We are excited to introduce the new and enhanced Proficiency Testing Portal, which can be accessed at merck-pt.com or PLATAFORMA-pt.com for customers in the United States and Canada. We have taken your feedback shared with us over the years and used this to help improve our service to you. With this new portal, you will find new features including your methods now saved as default, graphical reports, the option to trend your data, as well as the ability to expand and collapse your items on the data entry screen, which will allow for quicker loading times. This presentation will go through each feature step by step. If you would like to skip straight to how to enter data, please go to slide 36. All passwords have been transferred over from the previous PT site. If you do not remember your password, please click Reset Password and instructions on how to set a new password will be sent to your email. Before we log in, let's go through the tabs at the top of the page. The first tab is for Frequently Asked Questions. This tab will list the most commonly asked questions along with the answer. If you do not see your question listed, log into your PT dashboard as a more comprehensive list will be available. You can also email your question to ptservice@sial.com and a member of our PT team will respond to you as soon as possible. The next tab on the login page is for new customers only. New customers will need to click on Register New Account and fill out the laboratory name, email address, contact name, as well as the address of the laboratory. If this is for a laboratory in the United States, you'll be asked for your EPA lab code, which is your state abbreviation followed by 5 numbers. If you do not know your EPA lab code, please contact your accreditor. This is an optional field and can be added under your laboratory settings if you do get this information at a later time. However, please note, most accreditors in the U.S. require this information on their final reports, so it is important that you verify whether or not you've been assigned this lab code prior to your final evaluation report being sent. U.S. customers will also be asked to provide their NPDS permit number. If this does not apply to your laboratory, please leave this blank. Once you have entered the required information, click Submit Registration. This will be sent to our PT team who will approve the registration using the account number listed under the Ship To section in your order. Please note your registration cannot be approved until an order is received, as this is the only way to obtain the account number. If your account registration has not been approved within 48 hours, please email PT Service. The SSAS tab is an online order form for stationary source audit customers only. Stationary source customers will need to click through the steps entering in the required information before an order can be placed. Once the information has been entered, click Submit on the last step. This form will go to our PT team who will be in contact as soon as possible. Please note the form must be sent to your accrediting agency for approval before we can begin processing your order. It can take up to 15 days to receive a response. The entire process from accreditor approval to shipping your sample can take up to 4 weeks depending on when the response is received from your accreditor, so please submit your order form as soon as possible. Now we are ready to log in. Enter in the email address and password you were using to log into the old site and click Login to get started. This is your data entry homepage, which will be referred to as your PT dashboard. You will see several different boxes here. The first purple box will always have your study available that's closing first. If you are enrolled in additional studies, these will be listed under your currently open rounds section. Any study you have participated in and have received results for will be under the section Closed Rounds, and anything you are enrolled in that is upcoming but not yet open will be under Upcoming Rounds. Before we click the Enter or Edit Data box, let's go through the tabs at the top of the page that are available now that we are logged in. The first tab is the calendar file. Never miss a deadline again by downloading a calendar which will have the open and close dates for the studies you are enrolled in. The calendar file gives you 2 options. You can download this in Microsoft Outlook or use your Google Calendar by following the instructions listed under this tab. If you have any trouble doing this, please email PT Service. The second tab is the Reports tab. This is where you'll be able to download any of your PDF reports for anything that was reported for after July 9th, 2018. PDF reports from the old site were not transferred over. However, you will still have access to this data. When PDF reports are available, you will be able to download them at any time under your Reports tab to view your results. Final reports will also be sent out via email. The My Stats tab is an exciting new feature which will be a high-level tool for those interested in trending their data. Click on My Trend to view graphs and trend your data based on the scheme in Analyte, or select Data Explorer for several other different layouts that are available. My Stats will also allow you to import data from other providers so you can have everything in one place. Simply click Import Data and pick from one of the 3 steps that will allow you to import. Once the data has been imported, click Save, and the data will now be included in your My Stats. Check My Alerts for failed PT notifications. If your data is acceptable, you will see the green check mark letting you know that you're all set. However, if you fail a PT, My Alerts will look like this. Simply select Order a Quick Turn under My Alerts and you'll be taken to this item on sigmaaldrich.com so you can begin the ordering process. This section is for informational purposes only. You may want to check with your accrediting agency for your corrective action steps prior to ordering. FAQs is available on your PT dashboard as well as the login screen. However, using the FAQs tab when logged in will allow you to submit your own questions if you can't find your question and answer listed here. You also may find more questions and answers listed here than you will finding using FAQs from the login page. Submit your question and a member of our PT team will respond to you within 48 hours. Go to the My Account tab to manage your laboratory details. Here you see 2 tabs listed. However, depending on your login credentials, you may only have access to the My User Account tab. Go to the My User Account tab if you need to change your password at any time. If you plan on selecting your name as an analyst during data entry and prefer to have your full name listed in the report instead of your initials, you can update how your name will be displayed here. You can also update your email preference. We suggest always keeping this checked as yes, as all reporting packets and final reports are included in email updates, as well as reminder emails if you have a study closing soon. If you select no, you will not receive this information. The My Laboratory Settings tab will be available only to users set up with the Laboratory Administrator access. This tab will allow you to add any accreditors that you want to make available to select when entering data. It will also allow you to select the name of the person who should be listed as the main contact on the final report, as well as manage any in-house methods you need available or would like to remove. You will also be able to add new members under this tab as well. The last tab, Change Laboratory, will only be available if you are assigned to multiple laboratories. Once you click this tab, you will see a list of the laboratories you are assigned to. Click the pink Switch To button to switch accounts if you need to enter data for one of your different laboratories. The currently active message will let you know which account you are now under. The laboratory name will also be visible under your PT dashboard. Now that we have reviewed all of the tabs, it's time to enter data. Click the pink button that says Enter or Edit Data to get started. If you were familiar with the old data entry site, this should look fairly familiar, but with new and enhanced features. Click Add to add your accrediting agency. You will also have the option to add any email addresses for third parties that you wish to receive your result. For example, if you would like your corporate QA manager to receive your report, you can add their email address here, and they will receive a final copy of the report once these are published. If you need to report multiple methods or report additional analysts for the same analyte, click the black drop-down arrow where it says Add Additional Rows to add a new sample. Simply select the item you want to report additional method or analyst for, and select the lot number as well. Click Add Rows, and this will populate blank data entry fields for the sample requested. You can add as many methods or analysts as you'd like. If you need to report for the same method for all analytes within a sample, select your method and then click on the icon that looks like two pieces of paper, which is your copy button. By clicking this, your method will be copied to all of the analytes listed in the sample. This feature will also work for analysts as well as the analysis date. If you would like to report a result for internal purposes only, select the voluntary box. If you select this box, this result will not be sent to your accreditor. If you would like to remove an analyte from your data entry screen, simply click the trash can icon. However, you can also just leave the results box blank and this will not show up on your report. Click the black arrow to expand or collapse your items. Large amounts of data can be difficult to manage. After reporting for an item, click the black arrow to collapse an item to allow for quicker loading times. If you need to add your own in-house method, you can do that by typing in your method in the Method drop-down box. Click Set Method and the copy icon, and this will be available for all analytes within that item. However, if you need to enter a valid method with a TNI code and you do not see this available, please email PT Service to get this added. This function will also be available for creating a new analyst. Once you have entered your data, click Save Data. You can save and come back to enter more data at any time while the study is still open. If you have completed entering all of your data, click Save and Submit Data. This will take you to the confirmation screen. If you need to go back and make any changes, click Edit or Update Data to go back to your data entry screen. Click Submit Data if you do not need to make any further changes and are ready for evaluation. If you do not submit, the system will automatically submit the data for you once the study has closed. However, we do suggest clicking Submit once you have completed the data entry to expedite the evaluation process. Once you have clicked Submit, you will be taken to your PT dashboard where you will now see there is a check mark indicating your data has been submitted. Results will be sent in 48 to 72 hours for quick turns. Please allow 21 days for scheduled studies. That completes our training for data entry using the new Proficiency Testing Portal. If you have any questions, please email ptservice@sial.com. Thank you.